with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. From politics to entertainment, from social issues to lifestyles, from newsmakers to pop culture. If it's Jersey, it's on Jersey Central with Bert Barron, 732-545-9282. Or toll free at 888-545-9282.
737 back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. Well, coming up this Saturday, the next installment of the Candlelight Concert for Epilepsy Awareness. Of course, WCTC is very pleased to support the entire series. This time around, it is the music of Paul McCartney. Doors open at 7. The show happens at 8 o'clock at the Trinity United Methodist Church on Pennington Road in Ewing. Going to be another terrific night. And joining me now on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker Hotline is the musical director for the entire series. And his band, Living Color, they got some big plans for this summer, too, and we'll hear all about that from bass player Doug Wimbish, who joins us this morning here on Jersey Central. Doug, good morning. It is Bert Barron. How are you?
Good morning, Bert. I'm doing just fine. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Awesome, man. Hey, great to talk to you. One of the best bass players in the world, and one of my favorite bands, Living Color. And I'm bursting at the seams to talk about what you guys are doing this summer, but I'll let you tell us what's going on in just a little bit. The Candlelight Concert Series coming up on Saturday, music of Paul McCartney this time. You're the guy. It's your responsibility to make all these different artists sound great doing Paul McCartney music. It's a big task for you, but talk about your approach in putting together these various concerts.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank Eric Miller for all that he's done over this period of time, just supporting the Epilepsy Foundation and just kind of like, building this whole series from his home, doing like home, concerts, and now here we are at the church doing stuff. So it's an honor to work with him. He's a great guy, and he's done a lot for the foundation. For me, I'm not the architect of this. I'm just the recipient. I'm just blessed to be around such good talent and family and friends, and that's kind of how we are right now. We have a great band, great players. My good friend is joining me again, Paul Pesco on guitar, and Philadelphia natives, Dave Dubinsky on keyboards, and Calvin Weston on drums. So we have a great band, and it's great. This installment is going to be great. I'm a huge fan of the Beatles and Paul McCartney. We have a great lineup this year of singers and players, starting off with Dana Fuchs, the classic and legendary Mark Hudson, Wesley Stace, Pat Denizio, and my good friend, partner in crime, Corey Glover. There could be no other.
Yeah, man.
It's just a ton of great folks, and I always look forward to doing these events. Each time it's a challenge to get the music in place, and also just try to honor the legacy of these great artists that we've done over the span of the last year. Where, we've done Sam Cooke and Marvin Gaye, and it's been great each time. Now here we are with Paul McCartney, all the stuff that he's done over his many years of making music, from the Beatles to Wings. He's probably one of the most successful pop composers of all time. He's had many singles, and he's done so much. He's helped pave the road for a lot of folks. And again, Paul, is an artist that's given a lot, and he's done a lot of different things over his lifetime. And I think it's an honor to be able to be in a situation like I am right now, which is a beautiful situation, to be the musical director, to help present this music in a beautiful way. And we're having fun. Every time we do these, we have a lot of fun, bring a lot of people, family and friends together, and it gives me the opportunity to engage in other music that outside of some of the stuff that I'm doing all the time. Of course, I'm doing Living Color and other things, but
Yeah.
I'm a fan, and I grew up listening to the Beatles. I remember hearing their music popping out of AM radio.
Sure.
And also how they just helped change the world in many ways. So it's a blessing to be in this situation. I'm blessed.
Yep. Doug Wimbish is our guest this morning here on Jersey Central, the musical director of the Candlelight Concert Series for Epilepsy Awareness. Next show happens this coming Saturday night, a tribute to the music of Paul McCartney. If you visit candlelightconcert.org, you can purchase your tickets I had the opportunity to go to the Marvin Gaye tribute show, an outstanding night of music, and just for such an important mission as well. So get your tickets, and it's definitely a great Saturday night that you'll be spending in Ewing. How did you get started in this, Doug? Was it just simply a call from Eric Miller asking for some help from you?
Well, yes, sort of like that. Living Color was asked to play one of the Candlelight series. It's about a year and a half ago, and I would see Eric at some of our shows, and I guess probably what it was, he saw how I was engaged in preparing things like with a band like Living Color. Everybody's very, very amazing and very eclectic. So I guess he witnessed how I was able to corral the kittens all into one place and keep things going in a kind of an orderly fashion. I guess that's what I'm good at that. I grew up in a situation where I was the studio bass player at All Platinum Records out of Inglewood, New Jersey, and then I became the principal bass player for all of Sugar Hill Records, which was basically the same label, Joe and Sylvia Robinson. And at that point, I learned the art of listening.
Mm-hmm.
And listening, you can learn. So I was a studio bassist and an artist there, and I worked with the Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, and all those artists like that. And then from there, I just kind of managed how to, kind of like make things happen, and try to stay out of the way of certain things, just be able to find a way how to participate and get other people to do the same thing as well, support people. So, so I guess Eric witnessed me doing that a few times, and he asked me, he said, "Hey, man, would you be interested in helping to support what I'm doing?" And I'd like to have you as the musical director. And I thought it was a great honor, and I've been in these situations before. But over the span of a few years, I've lived over in England working with different artists and just making many records, working with Madonna, Seal, Annie Lennox, the Rolling Stones on the top end, and then also working with, a lot of up-and-coming artists that are happening right now. I have a series called the Wimbish Music Festival Series, which gives me the capability of being able to work with friends and family, and I take folks like Living Color and put them on stage with some up-and-coming kids from the School of Rock, and put all the egos at the door. Everybody gets together, and we get a chance to share stories and have a good time. So this, I've been coordinating and doing things with myself and my partner Diane Nielsen, and we have fun. So I think Eric saw some of these components, and he asked me if I would help participate. So thank you, Eric. It's been so much fun. And every 2 months, Bert, it's like putting in another homework assignment. It's a lot to learn to take on the role of these different artists. So I become that actor. I find a way how to take the lead role at the same time I'm that same person in the cast, in the crowd. So I enjoy it. It keeps me on my toes.
Very cool, man. Yeah. How about a favorite period of Paul McCartney music? I mean, I like the Beatles stuff. I like some of the Wings records. Venus and Mars and Band on the Run are some of my favorite records. How about for you? You have a favorite period of Paul McCartney?
I mean, honestly, I like it. When I first heard them screaming across the AM radio, and when they were coming out with, when they were playing like Yankee Stadium, stuff like that. So, from '62 to '66, I remember I was that kid that was grooving to it, and I like the approach of what was going on at the time. 4 pieces, 2 guitars, bass, and drums, knocking it out. So, but then. I kind of look at it like, and I like the whole package. I like the records that John Lennon did. I like the stuff. I like what each individual did in the Beatles. What Ringo did. Ringo had a certain style. He had that flash, that early kind of vibe that all the kids were going crazy over. Ringo's style, and he's still doing his thing. But there's something about the Wings period that really touches me.
Yeah.
When I listen to these songs as I'm learning them right now, it just gives me goosebumps. And I listen to Live and Let Die, which I've been working out, and we'll have a string quartet playing with us on that. Phenomenal music. And also so when I hear Band on the Run or Jet, it's the stories, it's the English interpretation of how to tell that story, how to lure you in. And when I listen to him singing or whatever he's saying, I really hear the lyrics. I I could digest it. I lived in England for 25 years, so now I understand more as I go back and listen to Paul McCartney's stuff now, and understanding how the English lifestyle is and how what the vibe is. When I listen to his songs now, I get it. I understand more about what he's saying because I lived it, and also I understand how important it was that how important it is for artists to make great music. How do they do this? How are these writers writing all these great songs? Well, one key thing that I realized living in England is that there's not that many distractions going on over there. TV shuts off early. It used to shut off very early at night, and there was a whole center of pub life or folks getting together, going to football and soccer and stuff. So there's a community of stuff. But as I became an artist working over in England, I started to realize, it's a social environment that takes place, and when you're an artist and you're writing music, and it's good to be in these kind of environments where you can just do your thing and you're not distracted by too much flash. So when I listen to his stuff right now, it takes me down memory lane, and I get a history lesson, and it puts a smile on my face every time I hear these songs.
Man, very cool. So it's going to be a great night coming up Saturday. Trinity United Methodist Church on Pennington Road. Doors open at 7. Showtime 8 o'clock. For the next installment of the Candlelight Concert Series for Epilepsy Awareness. You can see Doug Wimbish throwing it down on the bass like nobody else can. Corey Glover, Pat Denizio. It's going to be an amazing night, so get your tickets now, candlelightconcert.org. And, Doug, before we let you go, man, I'm so happy for you and the other guys in Living Color. You want to tell us what your plans are this summer? This is such great news for you guys.
Well, we're blessed. We've been given the opportunity to support and open up for Aerosmith on its entire summer tour, Blue Army tour.
My God. How exciting is that for the guys in Living Color, right?
It's pretty exciting. It's like we have a new record that's going to be dropping called Shade, that's going to be coming out in the fall. So this helps just get us back in the mix. And a lot of times, people are, they forget that the band is still together. People get us confused with, like, when I say, hey, I'm in Living Color, they say, the TV show, are you Homie the Clown?
Still, you're still fighting that after all these years? That's unbelievable.
But you know what the reality of it is? We've done some great things. That we did an Experience Hendrix tour where I was able to meet Brad Whitford. We became mates, and then the band started chatting him up. So I think Brad had some input on getting us there. But even before I got in the band, Aerosmith was a huge Living Color fan.
Wow.
They would come to the gigs. Like when the band was playing in Boston and Will Calhoun went to Berkeley, not just the band, the whole band would be at the gig checking the guys out. So
awesome.
We have a lot of history. We worked at Longview Farms, Bonnie Miller's place, where Aerosmith did a lot of work at. So it's a blessing and an honor that we're able to do this, and big ups to Aerosmith. Really looking forward to it.
Well, good stuff for you guys, Doug, and I'm looking forward to Saturday night to come on down to Ewing and see you do your thing there, man. It was great having you on the show this morning.
Thanks, Bert, and it's always great to see your face in the place. Everybody, come check it out. It's a good cause, and you're listening to a great radio station.
Thanks, man. Bless you, man. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
All right, you too. All right, Doug Wimbish, my guest on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey